I can't believe you logged in 2 days in a row. I thought it was just about impossible to do that. I thought it was difficult and impossible. And Mr. Strickland, you're not going against the normal distribution here. It's supposed to be impossible to attend class online.
I'm an outlier.
Oh well. So much for the 2 or 3 days trying to log on, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, as far as the other day, I think I read the question wrong. I think the question was asking above, and I forgot to subtract it from 1 because I did the right math. I had a brain bubble. I don't know. Here's a problem right here. And I've already done it, but I want you to do it. So I'm going to see if I can do this. Let's see. Okay, I guess I can't. Can I move this thing? Yeah. There's the problem. Read the problem. Write it down. And I want you to do 2 things. I want you to find the area above 110. And then I want you to find, if we pick a sample of 10, what is the probability that they will be above 110? So it's a 7.2 and an 8.1 question. So go ahead and write it down. And you can see it, Mr. Strickland?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So dumb. I swear this thing ought to have an on switch on it. It does. I can't find it. It's a conspiracy. And we all know whose fault it is.
YouTube video from last class. It's my favorite. It's my favorite YouTube video.
Oh, I messed up?
Yeah. Wait. What? Shh. I don't know what they're asking for. This is.
Actually.
And then the whole class is silent at that.
Do you know what the problem was? I didn't read the question. I believe it was asking for the other side, and I didn't subtract it from one. It was? Well, good. At least I
had to read it I had to watch the video about 3 times.
Because I did the math right. I couldn't understand why I was reading the question wrong. But anyway, we're doing this problem right now. And I want you to do 2 things. I want you to do it like you would in 7.2. Ignore the n is equal to 10. Just ignore that. And then do 8.1 and put the 10 in there, which is the square root of 10. Yeah, just come on in whenever, that's fine. All right. This part pretty much is 7.2. We got a mean of 100, standard deviation of 15, 115, 130, 145, 85, 70, 55. Compute the probability, and ignore this, that the probability is greater than 110. And I think that this is what we did yesterday, and I just forgot to subtract it from 1 at this point down here. But anyway, so if you just want to know what is the probability of being above the score of 110, that's 7.2. And you do this right here. 110 minus 100 over 15 is equal to 10 over 15, which is equal to 2 over 3, which is equal to 0.67. And then you take your handy dandy calculator. This is what I thought I was doing yesterday, but I didn't read the question. And you type in second bars, normal CDF, negative 99999, comma, and 0.67. It doesn't matter. You can put 10 if you want to. It doesn't matter. Just put more than 3. 3 or more. And that comes out to be 74585. And that looks right because this is 50%. So they're saying that this area here is 75%. Okay? So that's the first part of the question. Ignoring this and doing this. So that would be a question in 7.2. They add this right here, and that makes it an 8.1 question. An 8.1 question, you do this, you do the same thing you did before, except this right here. And this was what I was trying to show y'all yesterday before I messed up and didn't read the question. That's supposed to be a 10. Sorry. Anyway, so I do the same thing, and I do 110 minus 100 over 15 divided by, and this is the big line right here. So you do this first, or do it together, and you get 4.74. And then you do this, you get 2.11. And when I was doing this type problem yesterday, I was finding the area to the left. But the question is asking to the right, and I just didn't even catch that. And I kept doing 0.9826, and that's because it says it right here. Here. Greater than. Yeah, greater than is to the right. It's above. Okay? Above the magenta line. Yeah, this way. So, what I did wrong Tuesday is I didn't acknowledge to the right hand side, and I forgot to take my answer and subtract it from 1. 9826, and that's going to equal 1 cent, 0.0174. Somebody help me out.
You're correct. 0.174.
I'm sorry, what? He scared me again.
I guess we subtract that from 1 also.
That is
You
correct.
subtract both of them, yeah, because they're both asking what?
No,
Greater.
okay, so the 2.11, I do the second bars, CDF, whatever.
So it's
and
a 2.11, yes.
Yeah, and then I get 0.9826, and then I take the 9826 and subtract it from 1.
Yeah, because
and
it's
that's my
asking.
final answer?
Yes, that's the answer. What'd you say, Mr. Strickland?
You have the correct answer.
Okay. And this is your answer. And what I wasn't doing that Tuesday is I wasn't subtracting it from 1 because I didn't go back and read the question to see if it's going greater than.
So that's my answer.
Yep.
But on the 7.2, I don't go any further.
7.2,
Then
you're
the
just finding,
0.7.
well, I'm just showing you, if this was 7.2 and we were doing this problem in 7.2, you would take this 0.7485 away from 1, and that would give you
The right
whatever.
side.
Yeah.
If it was asking for the right
Mhm.
side. Okay.
7.2, I'll write it in green. 7.2 question would be well, you know 74 cents from 1 leave you 26 cents, 25 cents, so that'd be 25.
Is your
2515. Somebody subtract 0.7485 from 1, see if you get 0.2515.
I got negative 0.19.
Shouldn't be negative. 1 minus 0.7485 should be 0.2515.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, now that's 7.2 question. That was the first part of the question.
The other side would be, that's the other side.
There we go. So technically in 8.1, you can do 7.2 first and then do 8.1. You can get extra practice. I'm just telling you. We'll do another problem here in just a second. Let me do the one we did the other day so I can get it unclustered. Was it this one? 242 days, 242 days, something like it. Something like that.
I don't think it was this one. I think it was 17.
Was it this one? Okay, let me cut it out. Did somebody have a question on that last one? Yes, ma'am.
That the number that you had, 98, I guess 26
Mm-hmm.
decimal, is that coming from the table?
Yes.
Okay.
You subtract it because it's asking for the right-hand side, and yesterday I forgot that that's what it was doing. That's why I got confused.
But you wanted us to look for the greater than the above envelope.
Well, you have to get, and when you're using the table, it only gives you the left-hand side.
Okay.
That's why you have to subtract it away from the right-hand side. But if you were doing it in your calculator, you would do from, hold on, let me do this right quick. Save, we'll call this number 2. All right, let me go back to that problem. And that's a good point because I forgot to tell you that. Where's my problem? I'm getting there, just hold on. Here we go. You could have used your calculator and gone from 0.67 to what? 9999. Or you could have went from 2.11 to 9999 if you're going to use the calculator. It's up to you how you want to do it.
You come up with the same answer?
Same answer.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
So 7.1, here's your z-score, 0.67. So I'm going to take my second entry.
It's off just a little bit.
Well, that's all right. You'll be all right. So I can go from 0.67. Well, do this. Do point. Yours is off probably because you put in 0.67.
I did.
Put in 0.66666667, comma. Just take it out of a bunch of digits and put a 7. Doesn't matter. To what? 999, 999,000, whatever. 0.2525. It is a little bit off, but I don't know why. It shouldn't be off that much. But all right, now take this one and go to 11. So second entry and go 2.11, comma 99999, enter. 0.0174. See? Okay? So it depends on if you got the table or if you're using your calculator. Miss Bradley, you still haven't checked about the calculator. It should be in my office.
Is it a 1083?
I think it's 83 or an 84, one of the two.
I just went to Best Buy and after the class on Tuesday, and they had an 85.
Well, I don't know if they quit making 84 or what. But I'll look, if you remind me after class, I'll go look and see. It should be in there. All right, let's try another one. Well, she's got a free one if she just reminds me after class. All right, there you go. Hopefully I won't mess this one up. Random size, n is equal to 43. I ain't worried about that right now. 60 right now, we're going to draw a picture of 69 and 18. Might take a minute and work on it.
What, 725 or is it 72.5?
72.5 and then 70.4. Okay, now the reason this problem is a little bit different is because they don't give you an X like we had in the previous problem. This problem is just telling you to do 8.1. It's not telling you to do. Yeah, it doesn't. So what you do is you just punch it in. Okay, so just give it a set. It says blah, blah, blah. So you're going to be using predominantly this right here. The sigma X is going to be equal to.
You writing?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sigma X is going to be equal to the 18 over the square root of 43. And you're going to be using that.
So that's the answer after we do that? The 2.74
Yes.
is A?
Mm-hmm. And now they're giving you an X of 73.7. I'm sorry, of whatever it was, 65.1 and 64.2. Where I got confused with this, what they're doing is they're showing you how to do it without giving an X. In other words, find your sigma X of X first and then do it. And that's not the way that I'm used to showing you. And that's why another reason I got confused on this one. They're doing the question different than I'm used to.
How many decimal points should I be running? 2.74?
Well, these are to the first, to the 10th. So the general rule of mathematics is if you're not told, Whatever you're given, that's what you put the answer in. So this was to the 10th, so you probably need to round to the 10th. Where is 2.74?
2.74 is 18 divided by the square root of 43.
Well, since you're getting a z-score, if you're getting a z-score, yes, then it'd be 2 digits. I'm sorry. Okay, now you got the problem. Now, one other thing is that n needs to be, how did that happen? Okay, I thought I know why. There it is. All right, n needs to be above 30 most of the time, and that's A. A basically says what needs to happen so you can do this problem, and you need to say n needs to be above 30, and then you take the square root of it. Somebody tell me what you got. What'd you get, Miss Nix?
2.74.
2.74. So that goes in the denominator of your z-score now. See, in the previous book, they didn't do this. They just told you to plug it in and do it. And I'm used to this. All right, so we've done A. That's A. And you got to make sure that n is above 30. And that's usually going to be the case because you can't do it this way if you don't have n above 30. All right, assuming the normal model can be used, determine x at x is equal to 72.5, what is the probability that it's less than? So you draw your picture. $69, and that's going to be what? 87? Might help me out there. 87.
87, 105, 123.
Thank you. And what's the other side?
51, 33, and 15.
51, 33, and 15. And I'm going to take my handy dandy straight line maker from one magenta, and we'll put it at 72.5. Well, here's 69. 69 to 87. You said that was 18. Half of 18 is 9. So that'd be 80. That'd be 78 right there. So 73 would be about in the middle right there. So I'm going to put a line right there. Now, what are they asking for in this problem? To the left or to the right of 72.5? To the left. It's pointing to the left. If it's pointing to the right, this says x is what? What does this say? Tell me what that says. Less than. What is less than? To the left. Less than, L-E-F-T. Yeah, your brain's just backwards, that's all. But there's medication for it. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, okay? I can only do so much. Next, you want me to be a psychologist. All right. So we just need to find that area. So we put it in our handy dandy formula. B is going to be 69, or let's say 72.5 minus 69 over, not 18, but what? 2 point what? 74. And y'all crank that out, and I'm going to meanwhile take this and highlight this. And that's that right there. And somebody, that's 72.5 minus 69 is 3.5, correct? over 2.7574. What does it come out to be?
1.28.
Well, you tell me. I ain't got the calculator.
I have, yes, it's 1.277.
That'd be 1.28. And there's your z-score for right here. No, that's not right. Something's not right because that's supposed to be.
3.5 divided by 2.74.
Something's not right. Unless I've got something graphed wrong. 72.5 is right in here. What's that? Did y'all get 1.28?
I did as well.
I'm sorry, what?
I got it as well.
Well, then why do I have it right here? Okay, I'm confused.
Is that not where we put in like the?
I'm talking about the mark right here. The mark, according to the math, should be right here.
2.5. Because that's 69.
That, if you put it right here, that's going to be 89. This should be 0.28, not 1.28. Check my math. Make sure I did everything right.
I thought we were supposed to take 60 and 99.
No, 69 is your average. It's always x minus x bar. X minus mu.
Square root of 43. 6.56. So you would 2.7. 69. 72.5. Can you put it in the ceiling?
I think I know what's wrong.
I'm supposed to subtract from 1?
I've used the wrong standard deviation. The new standard deviation is 2.74. Now, start that over. I think that's what's wrong. Okay, there's nothing to be, okay, tell me where you're confused. Do you understand A? Okay, what does this right here say? I just overlooked it. What does this say? That's your new standard deviation. New standard deviation.
2.74.
Okay, take 69 and add, the only thing I can say is add 2.74 this way and subtract it this way.
Okay, 71.74, which will be about.
Hold on a minute.
Line maker is. Yeah.
I think I'm going to just go to the other book and just going to pull those questions up because these are nothing but confusing. It's just the way they're written. And I'll be honest with you.
18, I need to be using 2.74.
Here's your mean is what, 69? Right? So that's going to be 69. And then add 2.74. What's that? What's 2.74 plus 69?
71.2.
There, 71.2. And that would be right because 72 would be 1.28.
71.74.
Okay, it's off a little bit, but it's still right here instead of down here. Okay, now take 69 plus 2.74 and then add 2.74 again and add 2.74 again. Give me those numbers.
74.48.
74.48
Plus 77.22.
Plus 77.22.
Then minus 2.74.
But we don't need it. We don't need it because our number is what? 72 point what? 5. And 72.5 is right here. And that would be 1 point what? The z-score of 1.28. 1.28. See? There it is right there. We used the wrong, since we had to change since the question's worded like it's worded, we had to change the standard deviation and apply it here. The other question we did was not worded like this question. I'm sorry. So now, do 9999 to what? 1.28. And that's your answer for C. I meant for B. So what'd you get? 0.8997. Did everybody get that? You didn't? Hold on. Let me do it up here.
1.28, right?
Yes. All right, let's look. Negative 9999, comma 1.28. Delete. Enter. 0.8997. Did you figure out what you were doing, Miss Nick? All right, now take the new standard deviation and do 70.4. Well, we've already got it. 70.4 is where? Where would 70.4 be?
Right at that 1.28.
Right.
Well, right on the other side.
Right here. And now you got to find your new z-score for C. So that's going to be, what do you think it's going to be? Is it going to be 1 point something, or is it going to be 0.8 something?
0.8.
It's going to be 0.8, it's all 0.9 something. So that's going to be 70.4 divided by, or minus 69 over 2.74. Somebody give me that z-score. I'm sorry, what? Okay. No. Yeah, it'd be a little bit over. Yeah. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong line. 70.4 minus 69 over 2.74, and give me that number again. 0.51. So, what is it asking for? Look at your symbol. What is it asking for? Greater than. So if you're doing the table, you got to do 1 minus whatever you get for 0.51. All right. If you're doing the calculator, you go from 0.51 to what? 9999. So let's do that. Second entry, and go from 0.51, comma 999999. Enter. I get 0.3050. What do y'all get? No. This is the right hand side. 3050. That's what the answer should be. And what I'm going to do right quick, I'm going to highlight this yellow, and then we'll get to your question. Everybody look, this is yellow, and that yellow represents this side right here. Okay? This right here, the 0.8997, that represents, and I'll take my highlighter and change it to aqua. And then this right here is that right there.
Will there be questions like this on the list?
No. Because this is, to me, is reinventing the wheel. Okay. All right, let me find one that I'm a little bit better with.
I think you put all the pieces where they come from.
Let's see. Probably. All right, suppose the length. I remember doing one like this. I think we did we not? I think there's a B on this one. That's it. So let me. This is the one I missed because I didn't subtract it from one, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. New. Three A. And bring it in. All right, draw a picture. And it's got a B part. I'll go grab the B part and while y'all working on this part. Well, we'll do the B part after we do this part, so I can't pick it up and show it. I don't think Trump needs to pick that governor. I think Trump needs to pick Newt Gingrich. I hope he does, but everybody's saying he's going to pick that governor from Indiana. I don't understand why. Well, in Trump's case, I think it can help him. I really do.
Don't talk bad about John McCain.
Well, John McCain is one of those people that rides the fence. That's why I never did care too much for him. It says something in the Bible about being lukewarm. It was important for Hillary because she might be thrown in jail, but since the Department of Justice serves out two kinds of justice, she doesn't have to worry about a vice president now.
You think you don't have to worry?
Her law don't apply to her.
Oh.
She won't be thrown in jail. Then how did she get off with what she got off with?
I think that they have dirt on the American government system or something that threatened to release it. They burn in D.C. there's like an underground railroad where real politics happen. It's definitely somebody else's law. Yeah, that's what it is. I think that they're aware of that.
But basically, I just think if it had been a Republican, they would have hung him. What?
Okay, don't remind me why I have the election. It was in my school. In my school, we did most of it.
All right, so 211 plus 217 or plus 17 is what, 228? And give me the other ones.
245, 262.
Thank you. 245 oops, and 262. I'll try not to mess this one up. And it says, what is the probability that a pregnancy lasts less than 205? So I got to go one this way. How much? What's one this way? 194. There we go. So I'm just going to say that the handy dandy straight line maker is going to be 205. No, let's see, 4 to 11. We said that's 17. Half of 17 is what? 8. 8 plus that'd be 202. So 205 would be a little bit more than half.
Right there.
And less than, so we need the left hand side. So all we got to do is turn 205 into a what? There you go. So that's going to be 205. Somebody tell me, is it going to be a negative z-score or a positive z-score? Negative, because on the left side is 0. Minus 211 over 17. And somebody tell me that z-score. I'm sorry, what? Negative 3.5. So we go to our handy dandy calculator and type in second bars normal CDF negative 99999 comma negative 0.35. Close parentheses, enter. I got 0.3632. What'd y'all get? So 0.3632 is your answer for A.
4 decimal places next needed. Can you put that in that problem first and see if we get?
Yeah, we got to because we got to do B. 0.3632. And if it isn't right, I'm leaving. Alright. What is the probability that a random sample of 23 pregnancies, okay, they're changing it. They're changing it. Yeah. Has a mean gestation period of less than 205 days. So this still is X, and this is your N. So this is the question that I'm used to. You just plug it in and you just do it.
We just went into 8.1.
Yeah. I'm partial to algebra, trig, and calculus. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that right now. And I do not like changing books. Well, I saw 2 polls this morning, national polls, that said 68% said he ought to pick Newt and 83% should pick Newt. I just can't understand why he's going to pick the other one. I just don't understand that. But, you know, Trump, he could be feeding the media a bunch of junk just to make them look like fools. So they've been playing the media for the last, year? He tells them to jump and they ask how high, which I think is good. So this one, pull up my handy dandy transparency board, and this is going to be 205 minus 211 over, not the standard deviation, but the standard deviation over what? The square root of 23, which is going to be 4.8. So 205 minus 211 is negative 6 over 17 divided by, did somebody check it, 4.8?
4.79, so yes, 4.8. Round 4.8?
That'd be fine. It'd be fine. Use the 4.7 since you got it in your calculator. Use it. I'm just going to put 4.8. And 17 divided by what? She got 4.7 something. I'll do it.
4.7. Okay, 4.8.
You got it? Okay, so negative 6
Let's see what I just did.
over 17 divided by 5 is going to be 3/2. So it's going to be more than that. Is somebody tell me, is it 3.5? And somebody give me that z-score.
Negative 1.71.
Negative 1.71. And then you crank that out. It says less than, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Less than. So I'm going to take my handy dandy calculator and I'm going to punch in negative 9999 to negative 1.71. Second entry. Go away. Second entry. Negative 9999 to 1.71. Negative 1.71. And did y'all get 0.0436?
0.46. Yes.
Now, I will say that there might be a little bit of error here, but on the test, I won't worry about that. I'll look at it and...
Not
Huh?
subtracting that from 1.
No. Well, then it should be 0.0436.
This thing hates us.
And then it's not going to give me the answer.
Yeah. 0.053.
Okay, let's go back and do the square root of 23. Do the square root of 23 in the calculator. Leave it in there, all 10 digits, and then see what you come up with. I was expecting a rounding error.
So is it
I got
asking?
4.
Okay, everybody do what I said. Take the square root of 23, leave it in your calculator, and divide it by 17, and then divide that into 6. You'll get a difference from 1.71. That's what the error is. What'd you get? Somebody tell me what you got. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no clue.
You said take the square root of 23 and divide it by 6.
I said leave it in your calculator.
Right.
See,
And that's what I did. And
Okay.
I hit square root of 23 and I got 4.795031523. And then I hit divide by 6 and I got 0.7993.
Hold on. 17 divided by the square root of 23 is 3.54. Somebody gave me the wrong answer.
3.5.
Okay, that's where the rounding error came. Okay, now take 6. Everybody with me? 6 divided by that number. And that's negative 1.69. And then now we put negative 1.69 in there. We just had a rounding error, that's all. We did the math right. So, okay, well, I'm sorry. We're doing the same thing we've been doing.
We're not taking any decisions off, so we did the square root of 23. It comes out like 4.795. Take 17 and divide it by the square root without taking numbers off. It makes everything change.
All right.
Where's the 0.5 come from?
I'm going to let everybody get through talking, and when everybody gets through talking, I'll do it, okay? I'm getting a little bit irritated, but I am in a bitchy mood anyway, so it's not entirely your fault. Okay? All right. Rounding is what the problem is. It's not rocket science, people. I took the square root of 23 in my head. I did 4.8. It's not 4.8. What is it? Somebody take the square root of 23 in your head.
4.795.
It's 4.795. All right? That's the difference.
Okay, but I thought it was rounding. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I said that. But
Just clarify.
yeah, rounding. All right, so instead of 4.8, you erase the 4.8 and you put in 4 point what? What'd you say? 795. Now, when you do that math, the 1.71 is going to change to 1 point what? I didn't hear you.
1.69.
Enunciation, I like that. 1.69. We had what? 1.71 because of the rounding issue.
1.69.
So 1.71 was based on an incorrect assumption of 4.8 right here. Now, when you do that, you get 1.69. So now we're going to take our handy dandy calculator and we're going to say second bars, normal CDF, and go, what in the heck happened there? Second bars. Oh, I'm in graph mode. The calculator is possessed. Second quit. There we go. All right. Second bars, normal CDF, and we're looking to negative 1.69. That's going to be negative 9999, comma, negative 1.69, close parentheses, and that's the difference. 0.455 against whatever we had. What did they get? Do you remember? Okay. So you're supposed to hover over these questions and it's supposed to tell you what you typed in, but it doesn't. There it is. Okay, that's what I was trying to show you the other day. See the tolerance they give you?
Yeah.
10, 100, 1,000. They only give you 1/10,000th of a difference, which is, they used to give like 5 10,000ths. There's a different book. So if you type in 0.04, let's see, what do we get? 0.0, what was our answer? 55. You could type in 0.0453. You could type in 54. You could type in 0.0556. You could type in one of those three answers. See the 0.001 there? That's what that means. But I will be lenient on these questions, okay? Who's next? I'm going to be lenient. Okay? Because you see how you can get one digit off and it makes a difference. So I'll be lenient, okay? All right, so what is this? Is this the next problem? It says, what is the probability that random 44 pregnancy has a mean gestation? So they're changing the n from 23 to what? 44. So this number right here is changing. And that's going to be 205 minus 211. And do not round up on the calculation. 17 over the square root of 44. This book is a whole lot more detailed than the last book. I'll do the top for you, -6. Yep.
Well, the bottom is 2.56.
Are you sure? Are you positive?
Yes.
2.5.
2.5628.
2.56, we will go with that. And what do you get after, you get a negative, I'll do that much for you.
2.3.
2 point what?
Negative 2.34.
All
Negative 234.
right, now y'all punch that in your handy dandy calculator. So second entry, and that's going to be 2.34. I got 0.0096. And say a little prayer and ask for world peace.
Yay! That's a warning feeling.
All right, try that one. Try that one.
I wish this counted our homework.
I wish these numbers.
Well, think of it like this. I could not be going over it at all.
Yeah, that's true.
I could say that, well, y'all know how to do it.
Well, we definitely didn't. That homework come up and I was like, I'm gonna find her.
I want to see you. When you put the. Sure.
Oh, isn't that bad? The bigger, higher.
The only reason I can think of him picking fence is because of the conservative nut jobs in the party. It's the only reason I can think of it.
You need to erase all that on the bottom there.
No. What? All this? I'll just get rid of them. How about that? Well, there. How's that?
I like that.
I can't bring in my normal distribution when it's in transparency, so I have to draw a
You guys
picture.
think about Perry Noble.
Hmm?
You guys think about Perry Noble.
I think personally, there's more to it than what they're letting on. That's my own personal. I don't condemn him because, you know, what does the Bible say about those who haven't sinned cast the first stone?
Serve people, save people.
I just don't think you can fire a man just because of alcoholism, or just because he drank too much.
That's way more. Way more.
I think there's way more to it, and I don't think they want to destroy his life. I don't know. They haven't destroyed his life right now. I think if somebody keeps pushing, and you know these people are going to keep pushing, I think it's eventually going to come out. I don't know what. I have no idea. There's only two things I can think of: money or sex. One of the two.
Sex, drugs, and money is the only three reasons that we have to get in trouble in the whole.
I don't think it's drugs. I think it's the first one. Money. Which probably translates into the E word, embezzlement. And I think, you know, as a, what do you call it, consideration, the church probably said, we just need to hire you.
What's the denomination of the church? Is it Baptist?
It's pretty much open, but it's considered Baptist.
Non-denominational.
It's non-denominational, but it falls under the Baptist.
But they're not in the Southern Baptist Convention anymore. So it's just like pretty much anyone and everyone goes there.
Right.
Because I'm Baptist, technically, which is where I was raised.
I'm a Southern Baptist, and I have never changed from being a Southern Baptist. I have attended that church, and I'm a owner.
They just do things a little.
But I go there because I don't have anywhere else to go right now. You could do that way. I don't believe in the worship. The worshiping that I see is not the worshiping that I believe in.
Yeah, that stuff, I don't, some of the stuff that I don't agree with, I feel like it's too limited. Like, are you part of people, or are you part of this building and this group of people?
There you go.
And please imagine.
That's the part that I don't like.
Really how, like, knowing your personal status with God, like, what that be, and like, people want to do that, that's
We need to pass the plate around.
Yeah, they're trickling ears over there. They're not,
Yeah.
they're serving man, not God.
And see, and what gets me, and I'm just having this discussion, we go from one extreme to the other. You got the Southern Baptist type church that believes in condemnation and believes, not that they don't believe in that, but, you know, Jesus Christ probably couldn't come in and sit in some of the Southern Baptist churches. And then you got on the other extreme, you got this type. And
I'm not saying, the line says, I'm doing it.
I was there too.
We said our church is not about carrying on, but it's about God, and I thought to myself,
Well, you need to tell some of your members
you need
that.
to put that in people's heads.
Yeah, because them people, they will actually go off on you in a public restaurant if you say something about carrying
No,
on.
and that's a crazy problem. It's like they take it offensively and try to like run forward and start to truth.
Mhm.
Like, no church needs to be like at least open to the other and maybe go wrong.
Well, that's the first sign of being a,
Well, see, I've had some problems with it, and like, I go there, not really, I like the atmosphere, and, but, you know, it's just good with the people. I've been having some like internal issues about it, I was like, I don't know if I should go to it anymore.
Yeah.
I was there on Easter, and he was really bringing it, you know, we see so many people give their lives to Easter, and I was like, I was like, no.
yep, you're right. I think you and I are on the same wavelength there. Okay, we can't pass the plate around, so we need to, 91 plus 10 is dang old 101. I'll do this one for you. 111. What?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought I'd done something wrong. I'm serious. I'm really walking on thin ice here because the last problem, that problem before that got me irritated.
I know.
81 and 71. And this is, what section is this? 7.2 or 8.1? This is 7.2. So 95, fall right in here. And change 95 minus 91 is 4 over 10. I can do that in my head. It's 0.4. So that's 0.4.
So it's not,
Not negative.
I'm sorry, it's not negative, it's positive. 95 minus 91.
Yep. And somebody just put in your handy dandy calculator. Now, is it asking for more or less? More. So we go from 0.4 to infinity. So second entry, turn it on first. Second entry. Delete. No. I'll just put in 0.4. Comma. 9999999. Enter. 0.3446. Is that what y'all got?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, 0.3446. We go to our handy dandy pointer. 0.3446.
Well done.
And now we go to 8.1. So this is where we quit.
So that's where we do square root.
Yep. I'm impressed, Miss Bradley.
13.
13, more than 95 words.
95 plus 10 over square root.
13.
Now, do you have to use a picture for this one? No. All you have to do is punch it in the calculator. So, 13,
I would do 0.
10, divided by,
Pull it out for.
parentheses, 13, raised to the 0.5 power. Means square root, square root, square root.
Okay.
And then that's 2.7 blah, blah, blah. Now I'm going to take my top, which is, I done lost it, 95 minus 91 is 4. So that's going to be 4 divided by inverse answer. I got 1.44.
Yeah.
So they're asking for above. So we go from 1.44 to what? Infinity and beyond. 1.44222. I'm going to punch it in just for the heck of it. 051, comma. You could probably do 1.44 since it's not rounding up. 9999.
Where did that 2051 come from?
Put that whole number in.
I put the number in right here, the whole number. You can put 1.44. I didn't know I was going to lose you on that. I'm sorry. 0.0746. Is that what y'all got?
Yes, I got that too.
Well, because my answer is probably wrong because I didn't use 1.44. I just wanted to see the difference.
Okay, so the answer?
What did y'all get?
0749.
0.0749. Yep. All right, now y'all do the last part. You are doing homework. All you got to do is just do another problem for your credit. I'm not going to do y'all's homework for you, okay?
That's nonsense. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I know. Everybody should get a trophy for participating.
Is that 26? 26?
Yep, 26 second grade students.
Oh, wait, no, I would send the bottom.
So when do you have karaoke at Wild Wings? I just wondered. I went out last night for the first time and I don't know when. No. The reason I went out last night is the reason I'm in a bad mood.
So this is your fault. Or
Yeah.
you can blame it on the alcohol too.
No, something happened yesterday that made me go out last night.
Okay, so
That's why that's why I'm in a bad mood. Because of it.
I might not make it.
We're gonna.
What?
But I'll go out. She just ran out of Anderson. I'll go out and free. I might not make it. Get shot somewhere.
Where do you live?
Where do I live?
Yeah, whereabouts?
Off 28.
Well, that ain't too far.
Yes, I'm talking about going out. Who's going to act? Bring the guns and.
there wasn't nobody there but a bunch of old people. Y'all didn't know the room someplace that made it outside of the.
No, I won't go there.
He was singing and George on my mom last night. It was pretty good.
Were they having karaoke? Last night?
Yeah, it was fun.
I was looking for a place last night. Darn.
You should have texted.
Huh?
It's called Deja Vu.
Where is that?
You know where 134 and Johnny Angels is downtown?
Oh, it's downtown, that's okay.
Yeah, it was a cigar. Am I the only one that likes downtown?
I don't like downtown
Anywhere?
for different reasons.
Well, some people are like, oh,
I make my children walk on that last street.
it is.
Historically, I think it's great,
It's like,
but I don't.
5-year-old knows who William Whitner is, who he is, where he
That's
came
a good
from, what
thing.
he's done. He was
But in
right.
Anderson, we have this thing that you can only eat downtown if you're rich.
That's not true.
A lot of people in Anderson believe that.
Well, that's nonsense. Remember Maddie's?
You've got a lot of people in Anderson. You ever seen the saying that says rich people stay rich because they act like they're broke, and rich people stay rich because they act like they're broke, and broke people stay broke because they act like they're rich. There's a lot of people in Anderson that go downtown that suffer from that. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, I went downtown one time and ate at Sullivan's, and 3 people in there owed my father money for surveying, and they were eating High on the Hog in Sullivan's, and they owed my father 3 different people in the same sitting.
We went there for our
3 people.
anniversary, because that's like the only fine dining restaurant. What about that place under the bridge?
He died
That's not
about
expensive.
2 years ago.
Earl Street.
I used to be tavern under the river.
I'll tell you what.
And if people's got to have a meeting, they got to have it at Sullivan's. They can't have it anywhere else. They got to have it at
I've been
Sullivan's.
there one time. I never go back. It just wasn't good enough.
I just don't understand it.
What about McGee's?
Now, the owner of McGee's, her and I used to be real good friends. Still good friends.
That's the best hamburger. In
I
the
just
city.
won't go. I just don't
That's
go
the best
downtown.
hamburger that the
Period.
city has. I guarantee you.
I'm weird.
Huh?
I'm weird. There's some things about me that are weird,
Okay, I
and
got
that's one of them.
0206.
Well, I'm fixing to do it if you hold on.
Well, I'm very impatient.
All right, so here we go. We got everything's the same, so that'd be 95 minus 91,
Divided by 10 over the square root of 26.
10 over the square root of 26. Now, just give me a guess. What do you think the square root of 26 is? 5.1. Square root of 25 is what?
5.099.
5. So what's the square root of 26? I just wanted to ask you that, not look at the calculator. So,
Nobody likes a bragger.
no, I wanted y'all to answer it.
I'm sorry.
God, I just can't win. 95 minus 91,
4.
4. I got that part right. And 10 divided by 5.09.
099.
I'm going to put 09 and I'm going to put 3 dots. That means leave it in your calculator. And when you do all this, round to 2 decimal places for me. What do you get?
Yeah.
Is that what y'all got? I was waiting for verification.
Yeah. That's what it's right. That's the
10.0.
Tell me about it.
That's what we came up with.
Okay, here we go. And is it asking for more? Yes, 2.04. So we punch in y, second function, bars, normal, CDF, 2.04, comma, 99999. Enter. 0.0207.
We got. Push it down, think it's right though.
It might not be because we took this out to all the decimals.
No, I didn't, and I got the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then it's probably right then.
Come on, baby.
Let's do
I feel like
the
I'm in Vegas.
twist. What did it come out to be?
0.0207.
Roll. Well done. I didn't have my
I hope he gives us the weekend to do the test. You look so handsome. That's right, Clay.
Your haircut, didn't you? Did you get a haircut? Looking all
I was